Before we begin, let me ask you something. When was the last time you woke up and the morning was yours? Not racing, not reacting, not catching up, just yours. If you can't remember, this was made for you. Stay with it. There is a version of you that the world never gets to shape, a version that exists before the phone lights up, before the messages arrive, before the noise begins, before anyone needs anything from you. That version of you lives in the morning, and most people never meet them. Not because they can't, but because they press snooze, pull the blanket tighter, hand that hour away, before they ever knew what it could become. The ancient teachers understood something we have forgotten in the noise of modern life, that the first stillness of the day is not empty time. It is sacred time. And what you do inside it is quietly, relentlessly deciding who you are. Most people think identity is something you find, like it's buried somewhere and you just have to search long enough. But the philosophers knew better. Identity is not found. It is built, brick by brick, morning by morning, choice by choice, before 8 a.m. Marcus Aurelius, emperor, soldier, philosopher, woke before his generals. Not because he had to, because he understood something most never do. The first hour of the day is not just a start, it is a declaration. It is you saying, quietly with no audience, "This is who I am choosing to become today." He wrote it plainly in his journal. Confine yourself to the present, not yesterday's exhaustion, not tomorrow's uncertainty. This hour, this choice, this stillness. When you wake and immediately reach for the phone, you are making a declaration. When you wake and sit in silence for 5 minutes, you are making a declaration. When you move your body before the world has asked anything of you, you are making a declaration. The question is never whether you are making one. The question is what you are declaring. Most people haven't had that in years, because somewhere along the way, we learned to wake up already behind, already owing the day something, already anxious before the light comes in. The Persian poet Rumi spent his life writing about one thing, the distance between who we are and who we were made to be. And he saw this pattern clearly. Why do you stay in prison when the door is so wide open? The prison he spoke of is not made of stone, it is made of habit. And one of the heaviest bricks in that prison wall is procrastination. Not laziness. Procrastination is not the same thing as being lazy. Lazy people don't care, but you care. You care deeply, that's exactly why it hurts. Procrastination is something else entirely. It is the daily vote you cast against yourself before the world even asks anything of you. Every morning you hit snooze, you are voting. Every morning you reach for the phone before you reach for yourself, you are voting. Every morning you tell yourself just 5 more minutes. You are choosing, in that small moment, who gets to own your day. And it compounds. One morning becomes a week. One week becomes a month. And slowly, without ever making a single dramatic decision, you have handed your mornings away for years. Not to anyone in particular, not to anything worth it, just away. You are not lazy. You are not weak. You have simply been casting the wrong vote before you were even fully awake. And that can change. Starting with one morning, starting with tomorrow. Lao Tzu watched water his entire life, not as a metaphor, as a teacher. He noticed that water never forces, never announces itself, never demands to be seen. It simply finds the lowest place and begins, quietly, consistently, until one day the stone is gone. That is what the morning is for. Not the grand transformation, not the dramatic overhaul of everything at once, just the quiet beginning, the one step before 8 a.m. When you sit in silence for 5 minutes, you are becoming someone who can hear themselves think. When you write one page, you are becoming someone who processes instead of suppresses. When you move your body before the day makes its demands, you are becoming someone who owns their energy. When you do this again tomorrow and the day after, you are not just doing a habit, you are building a person. Not discipline, character. And character is not who you are when everything is easy. It is who you are at 5 in the morning, when no one is watching and nothing is forcing you. There was a man who had no freedom of movement, no ownership of his time, no choice in where he slept or how he was treated. His name was Epictetus, and he was born into slavery. He could have let that be the end of the story. But he held on to one thing that no one could take: the power to decide what he did with his own mind. He didn't wait for better circumstances. He didn't wait until he was free. He built himself inside the conditions he had. And when he was finally freed, he became one of the clearest thinkers the ancient world ever produced. Not because his life became easy, because he had already spent years building the person who could handle hard things. You have something Epictetus never had. You have the morning. Unowned, unscheduled, yours. The only question is whether you will use it. Rumi wrote something that the morning will confirm if you let it. Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I am changing myself. The world will not change because you woke up early once, but you will. Not all at once, not dramatically. Slowly, the way water shapes stone. You will become the kind of person who shows up before they feel ready, who builds before they feel inspired, who moves before they feel like it. That person is not far from you. They are not waiting for motivation. They are not waiting for the right moment. They are waiting for 5 a.m. They are waiting for you to stop handing the morning away. They are waiting for the quiet decision, made alone, with no audience, that this hour is yours, and what you do inside it is who you are becoming. I know some of you are watching this at night, not the morning. Maybe you've already lost today. Maybe the morning came and went, and you didn't claim it. That's okay. But I want you to sit with something for just a moment. Time is not waiting for you to feel ready. It moves whether you claim it or not. And every hour you don't show up for yourself is time you are borrowing from the person you are trying to become. You owe yourself that time. Not because you failed, but because you matter enough to be chosen first. Because the morning isn't just a time, it is a decision. And decisions don't wait for the sun to rise. You can make it right now, in the dark, in the quiet, before anyone knows you've started. Start now.